Offers not in combination.
Welcome to Mt.Vernon Rams basketball on WMIX. Rams basketball is powered by the official voice of the Mt.Vernon Rams, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. You can also watch Rams basketball with streaming video on WMIXSports.com. Powered by Dale's Harley-Davidson. Rams basketball is also sponsored by Ren Lake College. See how you can save thousands on your education at rlc.edu. The Medicine Shop of Mt.Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto, Van Terra Bank, Good Samaritan Regional Health Center, Raising a Hospital, Raising the Bar. Sarah Staley, your country financial agent. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mt.Vernon, and also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Heartland Accounting, Central Christian Church, and People's National Bank. It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski for Mt.Vernon Rams basketball from the WMIX Sports mobile studios, driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. Rams pregame starts now.
And good morning. We welcome you inside the CHT Arena. It's the 70th annual Centralia Holiday Tournament. This is your Rams pregame. The Rams 7-4 on the year after a loss to Marion on Friday night. We'll take on the Oak Lawn Richards Bulldogs. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski alongside Avery Barton, of course, bringing you the, we'll have video highlights courtesy of Avery Barton. Of course, no video streaming today at the CHT Arena due to the video blackout. Of course, Rams pregame. Glad to have you with us. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski. As I said, the beautiful Brittany Newman back at our Mt.Vernon studio. Glad to have her along for the ride as well. Rams basketball, of course, is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Plenty to tell you about at the 70th annual Centralia Holiday Tournament. Luckily, we are getting this one off the ground today. Some of the other holiday tournaments yesterday, even two that were scheduled to start today, not so fortunate, but the blizzard held off from Centralia. Danny Czerwinski able to get this one in here today, and we're thankful for that.
Centralia, Mater Dei, Vandalia, all on schedule as they have been yesterday and today will go. Other tournaments we know of, the Centralia Holiday Tournament did not play yesterday. They've got some adjustments today. Their first game will get underway at 10:30 today. They had Shawnee was unable to make it, so they forfeit their game to Goreville today, and things moved around there. El Dorado's bumped back now to Friday, Saturday, Monday. Carbondale Holiday Tournament bumped back now until Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They're going to play Sunday because of the fact they got some teams from out of state with hotel rooms or reservations. They got to get the tournament in. You got to play Sunday. You got to figure out ways to get it in, especially this time of year, not knowing what weather's coming tomorrow. Not as much as in the last 2 days, but again, you've got to get the tournament in. That's what Carbondale's going to have to do, and all these tournaments in the area are going to have to do as well.
Well, and there's kind of that wonderment there of why would you play on the Sabbath, but you hit the nail right on the head. This isn't a tournament where all the teams are from the 618 CSSer that's holding off until Monday. This is a tournament where you have teams coming up, a boatload of teams coming in from Tennessee that would have to travel right back through that mess, and the fact that they have to travel, and so you hate that they have to play on a Sunday, but it's not so much a nightmare scenario now if you have to play on Monday if you're Carbondale, and I think they made a pretty good decision there based on what they have to deal with travel.
And you also have to remember the arena, I don't think SIU plays on Monday, but the arena being used by their college team, you've got to banter around that as well. So, again, Carbondale's doing what they got to do. Don't have any problems with that Sunday deal when it comes out like that. And El Dorado, Cesar Valera making adjustments, Heron Girls Tournament as well. So, again, it's a plethora of basketball. Most of the tournaments from Centralia West, Centralia North, playing without any problems because the snow wasn't as much in this part of the world.
No, it wasn't, and we are thankful for that, as we mentioned. Of course, Centralia did have a contingency plan should they have needed it. Did not. We are underway today, actually running a little bit ahead of schedule. Of course, the first game was between Salem and Belleville West. Salem kept it close in the first quarter, but West eventually pulled away as the Maroons defeat Salem 72-39. Salem moves to the consolation bracket at 8:30 tomorrow against the loser of this one. Belleville West draws the winner at 10 a.m. Glad to have you. Rams pregame. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk more about the Oak Lawn Richards Bulldogs and the Mt.Vernon Rams. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
With 2 new hospitals, trusted physicians, and dedicated staff, it's clear that our local healthcare industry is helping to make our community stronger every day. Hi, I'm Terry Prosize, a commercial lender and healthcare banking specialist at Community First Bank. I'm putting over 20 years of healthcare and business experience to work for our medical community and local businesses. Whether you have an expanding physician practice, an existing business, or hoping to start a new business, I have the financial prescription for you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mt.Vernon, Woodlawn, Dixon, Ida. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Have you ever stopped to think about how much time we do not have during the day? Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ford dealer at Ford Square and Chrysler dealer at King City Chrysler, Mt.Vernon. How often do you forget to make that phone call for an oil change or to schedule a tune-up? I'm excited to tell you that you can schedule your service appointments online at Ford Square and King City Chrysler. Whether the workday is too chaotic to pick up the phone or basketball practice just won't allow you to stop by, we have you covered. Log on to FordSquare.com or KingCityChrysler.com to schedule your service appointment. Or, if you prefer to hear a friendly voice, feel free to call us anytime. We've made amazing quality service unbelievably easy at Ford Square and King City Chrysler Center, Mt.Vernon. You can count on us. Also, find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Wouldn't it be amazing if there was somewhere you could listen to knowledgeable discussion, interviews with a great mix of coaches, get the scores, and be entertained? You must have missed last week's Saturday Sports Show. Give AM 940 a couple of hours every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news, and we'll give you the info you need like no one else can. It's your best option this winter sports season. The Saturday Sports Show on WMIX at WMIXsports.com. Powered by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. Back to Rams basketball. Powered by Community First Bank.
And welcome back inside the CHS Arena from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mt.Vernon, where you can schedule your service appointments online at FordSquare.com. Glad to have you on WMIX FM. Glad to have those of you listening from any device on WMIXsports.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski. Avery Barton here with us at the arena. And, of course, Brittany Newman is back at our Mt.Vernon studio. Danny, the Rams come in 7-1 on the season. Had a rough way to go at Marion on Friday night, falling to the Wildcats on the road again for a second time this year. They dropped to 2-2 in the South 7. Most importantly, 7-4 overall, and looking to rebound here in a big game in this first round of the 70th annual CHT against the Richards Bulldogs, a team that came in 4-4, comes in 4-4, but without their leading scorer.
Right, leading scorer out with an ACL injury. That would be Raynard Judkins. He is a senior, their best perimeter player, out with an ACL for the year. So a little different Richards team than what they thought coming in at 4-4. And again, it's at this time of year you're starting to see the banging, the injuries, the bumps and bruises, and some injuries that happen long term. And Oaklawn Richards has felt that already this year.
Well, they have, and they come in here and they make the long trip. Of course, coached by John Geppetto. And he is familiar, of course, with the Centralia Holiday Tournament, as many are. Some of the familiar teams back in the tournament this year, of course, the Mt.Vernon Rams, but you also have the Cahokia Comanches, O'Fallon Panthers. The Alton Redbirds make a return. Salem Wildcats are here, of course, as they just fell to Belleville West a moment ago. And, of course, there's going to be some of these teams that leave next year. I think maybe one of the teams from Effingham County, of course, could be getting out. But you take a look at some of the teams they brought in this year, never missing a beat. You have Blue Island, Eisenhower, and Raleigh, Egypt out of Memphis. And these Memphis teams really making their way into Illinois Holiday Tournaments. Of course, Briarcrest, I believe, is the blindside school where Michael Orr was in high school before he went on to Ole Miss and then to the Baltimore Ravens. But a lot of these Memphis teams are coming up in Illinois and playing holiday tournaments. And it seems as if Raleigh, Egypt, with some of their talent, could be another good addition here to the fold.
The Memphis schools kind of have the issue around here that some of the Southern Illinois schools have, where there are too many tournaments and you end up in the same place as the same team. So the Memphis schools want to get out and travel. Of course, Briarcrest is over at Mater Dei with the top 15 player in the country. They had 41 last night. You look at these teams coming to Centralia and Carbondale, teams that are coming and trying things out and doing things because they want to get away from seeing the same schools all the time. It also allows those schools that can afford to do that the opportunity to bond together as a team, not only on the floor but off the floor as well when you're away from distractions at home.
Well, away from distractions and plenty of them here in this beautiful facility, the CHS Arena, the 70th annual Centralia Holiday Tournament coming your way. The Mt.Vernon Rams and the Richards Bulldogs coming up here in about 10 minutes. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk more about the Mt.Vernon Rams and their aspirations and the road they would have to take to a tournament crown. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
Startup businesses, and they come in the door, they're pretty green.
Randy Atkinson, owner of Heartland Accounting, on why he is a small business expert.
I have had businesses where I've talked to people in their garage and have grown it to work in 3 states. There's a lot of tremendous opportunity to help people from the very inception of their business, whether it's just talking about what does it take to become successful? What sorts of things do we need to stay legal? I feel very qualified to help people get to where they want to be. I've had that experience and have helped that situation become successful.
Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B.
Announcing Schmidt Ford of Salem sales lineup. Paula, the Gardner Russell. Jason, the Minnie Webb. Steve, the Sleeper Hotsy. Francis McIntosh. Matt, the Hacker Reed. Jill, the Gambler McManus. Rick, Part-Time Bale. Jim, No Pressure Barkus. Dak, the Dealmaker Johnson. And Mike, the Hunter Russell. From our team to your team, Schmidt Ford of Salem wishes all our local sports teams a safe and winning season.
Hi, this is Jim Flag, commercial banker for People's National Bank in Mt.Vernon. People's National Bank has served local businesses and farmers for over 100 years. With a wide variety of deposit and loan products, we have all your banking needs covered. From opening or expanding a business to purchasing a farm implement for the upcoming season, People's National Bank is here to help. Stop by today and let us show you what a true community bank can do for you.
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois farmers and businesses since 1909. Member FDIC.
Your future is calling. With a GED test and some help from Rend Lake College, you can answer the call. The current test expires at the end of 2013, and your scores will expire too if you don't finish and pass the test by then. Don't feel prepared? Don't worry, we can help. Visit finishtheged.com to learn more. Don't miss the chance to turn one small step into your next big opportunity, like college, a better job, and the respect you deserve. Finish your GED by the end of 2013. Questions? Call Rend Lake College's Adult Education and Literacy Department today at 437-5321.
Daily schedules, scores, video, and more. Log on to WMIXsports.com. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back inside the CHS Arena. Glad to have you. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. The Mt.Vernon Rams come into the 70th Annual Centralia Holiday Tournament with a mark of 7-4. Richards Bulldogs, meanwhile, coming to 4-4. It's a first-round matchup, and, of course, Oaklawn Richards, probably most famous in recent years for being the alma mater of NBA superstar Dwayne Wade, but there's much more to the Bulldogs than just that.
Well, there's much more. They were state champions in basketball in 08, obviously not when Dwayne Wade was there. They were also 4A state champs in football in 88 and 89. They're a 4A school now in the four-class basketball system. They have an enrollment of 1701. They have the cities in their district of Oaklawn, 62 grand, Chicago Ridge, 14 plus, Calumet Park, 8,900, and Robbins, 8,800. Best locations in the southwest suburbs on Interstate 294. You'll come to the T of 57 and 94. Take that left, 294 up and around on the southwest side of Chicago. So that is where Oaklawn Richards is located, and they are a member of the South Suburban Red Conference, which, of course, has Blue Island Eisenhower, who is here tonight. Also, Summit Argo used to be here at the Holiday Tournament quite frequently when Rick Moss coached there in the 80s. You throw in the fact that Palo Heights Shepherd is in there, Oaklawn Community, Evergreen Park, and Burbank Rivas, all in the red division of the Suburban Conference.
Well, and you know, amongst other teams in this tournament, Burbank St. Lawrence, a team that the Orphans will play tonight at 7:45. Within, 20 miles, within that, if not closer, and that's a team that they don't ever play.
Right. It's the bigness, the size of Chicago with all those teams up there and everything else going on, and they play conference games. This team comes in at 4-4, and you're playing schools that are bigger than Mt.Vernon. There's 1,700 kids in Oaklawn, and one of those things is they're playing schools like Shepherd and Little Village, Bremen. They lost to Marist, who is also here tonight. They lost to them 69-49. TF South, TF North, Tinley Park, some schools, South Shore, some schools that you may have heard of being a IHSA fan, or maybe you haven't heard of being a fan of Southern Illinois or in the mid-state around here. Some schools in that Chicago area that have parked up with with population growth around the Chicagoland area.
Of course, should the Rams beat Richards today, they will play at 12:30 tomorrow against the Belleville West Maroons in a rematch of last year's first-round contest in which the Rams lost to Belleville West. And you'd have to look for Nick Van Osdale on that one, a kid who we feel like he's been coming here for about 10 years now, but in jest, that could be a second-round opponent for the Rams. Should they lose, they will go to the left side of the bracket at 8:30 tomorrow and take on the Salem Wildcats for a second time this year. Of course, should they continue to win, will, of course, keep coming. As long as the Rams are here, you'll find every game on WMIX-FM. Mt.Vernon, Marion, Effingham, a free service of Withers Broadcasting, also online with audio only at WMIXsports.com. It's the 70th Annual Centralia Holiday Tournament. Of course, we'll have your Central Christian Church starting lineup coming up in just a moment. Rams basketball, of course, is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland, and if you're tired of big corporate banking, You have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home in Dix, Ina, Woodlawn, and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. So about 3 minutes before we have the starting lineups here from the CHS Arena. And Danny, should be a good tournament. The first game between Salem and Belleville West started close. I believe it was 9-7 West at one point in the first quarter. The Maroons were just able to pull away slightly, came away with a big win. And if you're the Rams here, obviously you want to beat Oaklawn Richards, but you have that mindset of if you do, revenge tomorrow against the Maroons.
Well, and one of those things for Mount Vernon, you have to come out here this morning. A pretty good crowd for the opening session. A lot of that has to do with Salem and Mount Vernon playing in the morning first two games in the 14 pod. And Mount Vernon's got either way. If you win, you may get some revenge on Belleville West you opened up with last year. And then if you go the other way, you get Salem for a second time already this year. So some familiarity for the Rams, no matter which direction of the bracket they go through.
Well, and speaking of familiarity, some unfamiliarity, of course, with the Richards Bulldogs. Missing their leading scorer, that gives a completely different dynamic to this game. And maybe gives the Rams a better shot because Oaklawn came in, of course, Richards, I should say. Nobody really likes to be called by their town if they have a different name. The Richards comes in without a couple of key players, one of them the leading scorer due to injury. So, again, a different dynamic to this one should be interesting.
I think it'll be interesting because I think in this kind of situation where you're Richards and Mount Vernon, you're so far apart, obviously 5 hours apart. You don't know a lot about each other. Both teams will like this situation because they get to play a team that neither see on their regular season tournament schedule. So it's a good game for both schools, a learning experience for both, separated by 5 hours. So, and again, at 10 in the morning, it'll be interesting to see. Of course, Oaklawn got in last night. Richards got in last night, talked to their head coach before this game. A very long, nice conversation. Enjoyed talking with him, saying they came in last night, got to shoot around. They're going to make a visit to Trout Gym while they're in town to show the kids some tradition and some things that they haven't seen in their area. So they're in it for the long haul, both on and off the floor. Of
course, we have one more break to take, then we will learn the Central Christian Church starting lineups. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire with a look at your next rad weather. Clouds will break for some sunshine today. We'll have a high right around 30 degrees. Partly to mostly cloudy tonight, low 20 to 24. Cloudy tomorrow. A little snow and rain will pass by to our south. We'll have a high of 35 tomorrow. Still cold on Saturday with intervals of clouds and sunshine. Saturday's high 32 degrees. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
At Banterra, we understand that banking is a relationship. It's a friendly face that knows your name, understands your needs, supports your goals. Banterra offers a complete range of personal and business banking products with competitive rates and loans that range from small projects to multi-million-dollar opportunities. We offer conveniences such as online banking, mobile banking, and direct deposit. For a strong community bank with exceptional customer service, Banterra is a smart choice for your banking needs. Banterra Bank, a proud supporter of Southern Illinois high school sports. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Give the gift of health for Christmas at the Medicine Shop Pharmacy. If sitting and standing are a challenge, a little lift goes a long way. The Medicine Shop carries a variety of lift chairs that lift and recline. Our home medical department offers so much more. We carry everything from stair lifts to scooters, wheelchairs to walkers. Are you worried about an elderly loved one living alone? Ask about the 911 emergency alert system. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black to tell you more.
These devices are very small in size, and that becomes the microphone through which you can speak. You don't have to be near a certain phone. You don't have to be near a certain intercom. It goes with you.
The 911 emergency alert system is water resistant, and there are no monthly fees. Not sure what to buy? We now offer gift cards that can be used for any product or service in the store. And from our family to yours,
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
The Medicine Shop, 2339 West Broadway in Mount Vernon.
For more scores and insight, follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Now back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to the CHS Arena, the Mt.Vernon Rams and the Richards Bulldogs. We get to know your Central Christian Church starting lineups in just a moment. We are already underway. The Bulldogs will go right to left as they win the tip. Within the backcourt, number 32, Dion Alexander. Bounce pass to the right wing, looking for a skip pass. Lawson has it up top, looking inside to Meyer. He won that tip against Michael Feeser. Leans in on Feeser, travels with the basketball. Officials for this morning's contest after Bulldogs pick up turnover number 1. Kirk Hacker of Neoga, Jim Fisher of Casey, and Kevin Diss of Alma. It'll be Jaron Lydell with the basketball left of the circle. 7:31 to play in the first. No score. Ball fake off of the right wing. Feaser kicks it back to Braden Fitzgerald. Now to the left side for Jaron Lydell. Looking for float off of a screen left sideline. Works the left elbow. Kick pass back outside. Here comes Lydell baseline. Scoop pass inside to Feaser. No, in and out. Rams can't get their first bucket of the game. Defensive board to Richards, and here come the Bulldogs. Harper with it off of the right sideline. 7:14 to play in this first quarter. Back out to the outside. Here comes Montgomery off a fake. Passes up top, and that'll be a turnover on... Oh. Thought it was a turnover. It is. 7:06 to play in this first quarter. Did not see it. Starting line today would have been brought to you by Central Christian Church. Discover the excitement at Central and Mt.Vernon. They offer exciting worship experiences packed with energy, relevant teaching, and awesome programming for children and youth. Log on to thenewscentral.com. For the Rams, it's Braden Fitzgerald across the timeline. Kicks it over to Jaron Lydell coming around from the left. Works back to the circle. Has Jake Pike coming from the left elbow. Also, Trevor Flota and Michael Feaser starting for the Rams. Good opportunity there for Devontae Lawson. Trying to force the turnover just inside the timeline in the right corner. 6:51 to go in the first, but the Rams get the ball right back. No score. Inbound will go to Fitz. Working that baseline. Pulls up, partially blocked. He'll get the foul. And Fitz creates an opportunity at the free throw line. 6:48 mark of the first. Again, no score here from Centralia.
And that's what Mt.Vernon's going to have to do in this game. Richards is a fast-paced kind of team. They're going to man-to-man full court. They're going to get after you. They're going to do things they need to do to force you in a play style that's quicker on what you want to do. Obviously, having a scouting report as Fitzgerald's missed the first free throw, they're going to want Mt.Vernon to play a fast court, fast up-and-down pace game, which Mt.Vernon does not like to do.
Richards looking to get back over the 500 hump at 4-4. Fitz will not count. He violated the free throw line, so we remain scoreless at the 6:48 mark of this first quarter. Your community, your choice, your bank. With 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs, Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC off of the right space sideline. It's Cortez Harbor. Now left wing on the skip pass. Alexander looks over in the corner. 3 on the way for Lawson's no good. Rebound underneath to Fitz. There come the Rams. Still no score. 6:30 to play in this opening quarter. Second game of the first session of the CHT. It'll be Pike coming around out of the corner. Gets to the left double. Looking inside. Has it stripped away. Jump ball is on its way. It'll go to the Rams, who lost the initial tip.
10 o'clock scrum so far. No score, just about 2 minutes into it. Tell both teams shaking off those dust and cobwebs.
This 10 o'clock game evolved into the 8:30 game rather quickly.
But for a 10 a.m. crowd here at Centralia, it turned into a nice, very good-sized crowd.
The 8:30 Salem, 10 o'clock Mt.Vernon could have been an ingenious move by the folks here at CHS. Inbound will go deep into the backcourt for Jaron Lydell. It's from the right baseline. 6:16 to play in the first. Still no score. Rams and Bulldogs from Richards. Deflected pass in the corner for Fitz. Trying to work inside. Feaser has it stolen away. Recovered by Fitz in the corner. Rams and Bulldogs both having issues with the basketball here in the early going. We are 2 minutes in looking for a score. It'll be floated deep right wing. Looking in again. This Richards defense. Ooh. Very little intensity or pace to this one in the early going. Flota trying to work inside to create an op. Gets his own offensive rebound. Scooped it up off the backboard. Got it right back. Puts it up for 2. And the Rams take the early 2-love lead.
Well, neither team a scoring machine here early on at that 10 a.m. start to get to a team.
10 o'clock start will get to a lot of these. Coming off of the right wing, it'll be a thrown up stop to Derek Shannon. Trying to work inside off the glass. Could be an offensive juggernaut the rest of the way. We are tied at 2 quickly. 5:27 mark of this first quarter.
That's going to be one of those deals where you are going to have to stop his penetration, because he's a guy that can break a defense down, not only his skills shooting or passing.
Looking inside for Feaser. Has it stolen away by the aforementioned Dedrick Shannon. Across the timeline, looks off to the left. Here comes Cortez Harper. Works the elbow, kicks over to the right arch. Now back to the left. Here we go. Shannon looking inside from Myers. A little bit of give-and-go action here. Nice move baseline by Cortez Harper, and the Bulldogs have a 4-2 lead. Great baseline work.
Now, high-low action there by Richards. They put a guy at the left elbow and then dropped the guy backdoor cut. Well, good pass. Richards up by 2.
Flota's going to come around up top. Gives over to Lydell now near the corner in front of the Richards bench. That'll be Pike. Crossover dribble to the right. Going to have to kick it back out. Bounce pass. Good no-looker from Fitz to Feaser. Leaves it short. Can't get his own rebound. It'll be tipped out of bounds off of Richards. Richards, of course, and they're away black with gold trim. Gold numerics trimmed in white. Rams in their home whites today. They are the home team as the alleged higher seed. with the orange trim and orange numerics trimmed in black. Rams, of course, going left to right. Bulldogs right to left. Lob play into the top of the key. Flota all alone. Travis Mitchell for three in the lead. No good. Back iron. Good rebound there by Shakari Hawkins. Puts it back up. And the low post rebound turns into a tie ball game as Buddha gets his first deuce of the night. We're tied at 4.
That's what he has to give Mt.Vernon. The opportunity to get on the boards and cause some excitement on both ends if he comes in off the bench.
We'll look for a Rimley College player of the game in this one. Early indication is we could have some triple trying to decide for that one. A lot of guys playing quality minutes in the early going. Rimley College, of course, has over 100 degree and certificate programs for thousands less. Log on to rlc.edu. Hodges with it on the far side, throws it near the top. Good save there, but it's being picked away by Flota. All alone on the breakaway layup. It's good. Flota has 4. Rams have 6. They're back on top, 6-4 with 3:50.
Defense to offense. That's what got Mt.Vernon started here. Another turnover.
Good job by Feaser. Pokes the way to Hawkins. Coming up the left side, it'll be Lydell working baseline. Has it poked away. It'll remain with Mt.Vernon. Inbound will come right to the bucket.
Talking to Coach Capetto before the game, he's going to use a lot of players. Going to run some people out, that's for sure.
How about whoever has the 9:15 game tonight on our sister station, X95? Blue Island, Eisenhower, and Jacksonville. Eisenhower, of course, runs that famous Grinnell offense better than what we saw in November.
Well, how famous is it? Valmeyer runs it. I mean,
it'll be different.
It'll be different? Okay.
Yeah.
You promise?
I've told it
because they left one of their best players at home for reasons not specified. So
Eisenhower did?
Yes, they did.
Oh, yee.
Yeah.
Yikes.
That's information I got from another coach already this morning.
Look.
To work around the upper area here at the...
Well, it may not be quite as good then.
Well, I mean, they're still going to jack some shots up. I guarantee it.
Well, they might hold the tourney record for threes attempted in the first half, I'm told. Hawkins off the way, no good from the left block. The rebound to go to the backdoor Meyer.
They're worse than Illinois shooting threes as far as getting the number of attempts off.
Well, how bad was that Monday night or Saturday night?
Well, it's one of those deals where I guess Illinois got to do what they got to do to get points and score. 25 threes a game in college right now. That's a lot to ask of a team.
That is a lot to ask.
And that's what they want, no less.
Really?
That's what I read.
Off of the right comes Shannon off his screen, works the baseline. His layup's good. So Dedrick Shannon has 4 off of the bench. He's tied at 6 at the 2:54 mark of the first. Video return on the 5th as we head to the St. Anthony shootout against T-Town. We'll tell you more about Dale Harley Davidson and their efforts to bring you high-quality stream video. Of course, we have a foul whistled from the top. It'll be on Richards. Of course, Dale's Harley-Davidson trades for anything. No smoke-in-the-mirror deals at Dale's. They have bikes as low as $29.95 at a party every weekend. Check them out, dales-hd.com. Feeser with it up top, looking around. Not very comfortable around the perimeter. Prefers to be down low. Able to find the pass to Hawkins, deep right wing. We're tied at 6, 2:36 mark of the first quarter. Mt.Vernon and Richards from the 70th annual Centralia Holiday Tournament. Flota all alone. Thought about the 3. Side steps to the defender. Foot on the line's good. Flota will hate that one when he looks at the replay, but he's happy to have 6, and the Rams are on top, 8-6. Shannon with it up top, looking off left. That's Carlos Thomas to the right. Tried to feed it to Meyer, not working out. The Rams have defended well in the post. That's 5 turnovers here in the first quarter on Richards. Coming around left side, Flota jump stop. Nope, too strong off the back iron, and that's going to be breaking the law of verticality. It's not? It is. I thought it was going to be on Shakari Hawkins. That's exactly who missed on. That'll be his first foul. 2:08 mark of the first quarter. 8-6 is your score. The Rams by 2 here in the early going. We'll get you a Tony Welch scoreboard update here in just a moment. Early action, of course, we do know here from Centralia. Belleville West beats Salem 72-39. For all your insurance and financial service needs, join the State Farm team with Tony Wells on the corner of 42nd South Water Tower. Online at TonyWells.com. Get to a better state. Up top with the basketball, that's going to be Takari Carpenter off the Shannon left wing. 1:51 to play in the first. I'm reminded to tell you, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports, as I see a Twitter notification pop up on the phone. We're on Facebook. We're online at WMIXSports.com. 1:40 to play in the first quarter. Don't forget the Saturday Sports Show comes your way Saturday morning. After the 8 o'clock news on AM 940, I'm in a trance here as Cortez Harper throws up the 3 after the fancy dribbling up top. Good rebound to the outside, though. Not a good rebound opportunity for the Rams. Should have boxed out and gotten it. Shannon will roll between the circles. He has 4 off of the bench for Richards. It's 8-6. Rams by 2 with 1:14 to play in the first quarter. Shannon looks off the left, finds Harper. Looking at dribble drive, has it almost stolen away, able to kick it outside. No, good job by Shakari Hawkins to the left wing to get his hand in there. Can't recover it. Shakari Carpenter loses out of bounds. Will be another turnover on Oak Lawn.
Tell you what, Shakari Hawkins has come in and kind of spurred Mt.Vernon a little bit on both ends. His energy has helped Mount Vernon kind of wake up here in this early morning game.
You betcha. 1:05 to play in the first quarter. It's an inbound to the backcourt for Fitz, still working across the timeline. Doubles back right, gets over to the right wing for Feeser, off a double team. Looks to the baseline for Flota. Backdoor for Hawkins. Can't do anything with it. Got away. Pike for three-line drive. No good. Rebound will go to Harper. 8-6. Richards looks to tie or take the lead here with 47 seconds to go in the first quarter. Off to the right. It'll be worked back to Shannon off of the right wing. Lawson got a touch there in the corner. Looking back for Lawson. Has a man underneath. It's Harper. Camped out underneath the basket. He'll throw it in the right corner for... That was Agnostopoulos. That's going to take some time to think about it before I say it. Off Carpenter, off the right wing. 3 to lead. Yes! And Richards takes a 9-8 lead with 22 seconds left to go in this first.
And the pressure continues.
They're going to full court pressure, obviously. Up by 1 with 15 seconds and almost forced the turnover on the freshman Fitzgerald. Looks like Shannon's going to pick up a foul. That three by Carpenter was absolutely huge for the Bulldogs. Up 1, 14.4 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. Length the floor inbound will come right to the bucket. Fitz within the backcourt, looking to go up the right side behind the back dribble. He'll switch left. Now comes back right with 8 seconds. Shakes the defender, looking for the left post. Here it comes for Fees. He's blocked on the way up, gets his own board. This could be an disadvantage call here on the block. That foul will be on number 40, Devontae Lawson, and that'll send Fees to the line to shoot 2.
Nice job. Penetration by Fitzgerald. Wrapped the pass. Feeser caught, went up, got hacked, but gets to the line to shoot 2.
Free throw's good. We're tied at 9. 3.7 ticks left to go in the first. Familiar faces at new places. Bank with Ray and Bria at Community First Bank's 42nd Street location in Mt. Vernon. And welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams looking to take the lead on the free throw. Nope, it'll bounce off the right side. We're tied at 9. Here it comes up the left. Shannon. Half court at the buzzer. No, just off to the left. We are tied at 9 after 1. Mt. Vernon and Oaklawn Richards. Here from the 70th Annual Centralia Holiday Tournament. We'll take a break. This is Rams Basketball presented by Community First Bank.
How does Dale's Harley-Davidson in Mt. Vernon stay the longest-running Harley dealer in Southern Illinois? How about free pickup and delivery and being the home of the $29.95 oil change? Plus, get financing as low as 1.5 APR, along with the best selection of certified pre-owned Harley-Davidsons. So now you know how Dale's Harley-Davidson stays number 1. Dale's Harley-Davidson, open every day but Wednesday, just off of I-57 in Mt. Vernon. Visit dales-hd.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Do you farm or operate an agriculture-based business? Then Community First Bank is for you. Hi, I'm Steve Down, Agribusiness Lending Officer at Community First Bank. With our roots firmly planted in Jefferson County, we offer the stability, strength, and personal attention that you deserve. Community First Bank wants to be your financial partner with customized products for both your personal and farm banking needs. Stop by any of our 5 convenient Jefferson County locations to see how we can help your business grow.
Community First Bank with locations in Mt. Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Rams Basketball on WMIX, powered by Community First Bank.
Back to the CHS Arena we are. Glad to have you at WMIX FM, WMIXsports.com. Audio only due to the video blackout here at Centralia High School. 9-9, we're tied after 1. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski. Brittany Newman is back at our Mt. Vernon studio. Inbound, of course, will come via Richards. Lawson with it up top. Here in the front court, it'll be Harper off of the pass. Now comes to the left side, looking for a move from Alexander. His runner in the lane is good, and Richards takes an 11-9 lead here early in the second quarter. Good move by Deion Alexander.
Great move. Got inside. Now Mt. Vernon's going to have to figure out another hole in the dam to take care of.
Absolutely, as it is 11-9. We're tied at 9 after 1. A big early bucket. Now possibly a big turnover by the Rams in the front court here. It's the 7:30 mark of this first half. Can't do it without All Stars and Stitches. If you can put a logo on it, All Stars and Stitches can probably print it for your school, company, or organization. They even do apparel. See Big Dave at All Stars and Stitches, 435-5555. They take care of our banners. They look great. Coming off for the right wing, here it comes, Alexander. Ooh, lucky didn't put that back down. Would have been a double dribble. Into Meyer in the corner. Now working along the baseline off a turnaround, comes to the hoop. Good. Uses that height advantage underneath and extends the lead to 4. It's 13-9. Richards. Good move by Josh Meyer, big number 50. Hawkins across the timeline for the Rams. Has Feeser underneath. It'll be Fitz coming around near the corner. 6:52 to play in the first half. Rams trailing by 4 in first round action. And that will be a reach on Devontae Lawson. That should be his second foul here of the game.
2, 5th on Richards.
As we will see Agnostopoulos check into the ball game for Richards. The Greek god of basketball. 13-9. 48 to play here in the first half. It's within the backcourt off of the inbound in front of the scorer's table. Across the timeline, good crossover dribble. Flota was left all alone. Took it with the dribble, however. Now curls back around to the top of the key. Mitchell with it off of the right wing. Lost his dribble. Looking for a step off of the pivot. Can't find anybody. Needs help from Fitz. Left of the circle we will go. That's Shakari Hawkins with the basketball. Back to the right. It'll be Fitz. Left-hand dribble. Works the left side for Flota. Off the sideline. As long as he's in bounds, he's comfortable shooting. Back to the left wing now for Fitzgerald. Still works top the key. Pulls up from 3. Yes! Big 3 from the freshman Fitzgerald. He'll get his first puck of the game. And the Rams are within 1. It's 13-12. That's big. Pull up 3 from your freshman.
That'll help things a little bit, a little confidence.
I'd say so. Coming off of the right side. Alexander looks back to the left for Harper. Now to Meyer outside the paint. Turns around, goes left. Foul on Feeser. Shuffled his feet slightly, not Feeser, but Meyer. Feeser will pick up the foul off of the contact, and it'll be possibly a box set inbound for Richards. We'll see what they go with here. No. My mistake. 5:57 to play in the first half. 13-12. Richards on top. Have a crucial inbound here. It's going to be a lob into Harper. Back in the corner for Shannon. He has key points off of the bench. Here's off toward the right. Looks right of the circle. Goes back to the right sideline for Spencer Tersey. Back to the left for Shannon. Key tonight. Looking for Meyer off of the block left. Trying to work inside. Wide open the back door. There's number 30, Tersey. Comes in the ball game, gets some crucial points. It's 15-12. Back up 3.
6 different Bulldogs to score for Oaklawn here in the game already.
And that was going to be key for them in this one. Flota working to the basket, stripped on the way up by number 23, Cortez Harper, with his seam. And now Flota gets a chance at the line to shoot 2.
It's a very fine line that Scott Gamber's Rams have to walk in this game. A, you have to be aggressive going to the rim and getting things done. But B, you've got to be careful not to get into a full court game with the Bulldogs here this morning.
We'll see what Flota is able to do here at the line. Can work it back within one if he drains both. Drains the first. WMIX Sports and Mobile Studios are driven by your Jeep headquarters of Southern Illinois, King City Chrysler Center, 1603 Broadway in Mt.Vernon. 15-13. Flota's brought the Rams back within 2. Looking to make it 1 here as he knocks down. Nope, in and out. Jinx him. That'll happen. Back within 2. It'll be Shannon across the sideline left. Works top of the key to the right elbow. Looks in the corner for Harper. Richards, I love their uniforms, the black and the gold. They are certainly stylish. Have the big R on the trunks as they throw a dangerous pass to the baseline. It'll be recovered by Tersey. Got away with a walk? No, he didn't. Jim Fisher, Kirk Hacker both pick it up here on the volleyball line. 5:06 to play in the first half. Remains 15-13.
Coach Geppetto's got to be a little squirmy right now. I mean, they just cannot stop from turning the ball over. 7 turnovers already for Richards in the first half.
Glad to have some folks from Heron tuned in here on WMIX and WMIXsports.com.
Woodlawn as well.
Amongst others. Some of them trapped inside from the snow. Fits another 3. Rebounds the back door. Hawk. Nope. Yeah. Got the back iron bounce. And the iron was kind that time for Shakari Hawkins. He ties it at 15. He has 4 off of the bench. He might be looking for some starting time.
Well, right now his roll's off that bench. That's for sure. He is playing very well, giving Mt.Vernon some boost here off the bench with points and rebounds.
Definitely a key to Tom Portner's JV success. No doubt about that. 4:26 mark of the first half. We're tied at 15. Richards with the basketball in the front court off of the right wing. Shannon between the leg dribble, working against Lydell. Trying to get to the top, trying to shake that defender. Can't. Harper gets it back. Now to Meyer, looking into the corner for Agnostopoulos. Meyer, turnaround, good move at the hoop. Baseline jumper's good. There are not words that can accurately describe what he just did, but he makes 17-15.
Right now, Mt.Vernon on the interior, their defense is very porous at best. Too easy for Richards right now on the inside.
Lydell with it at the circle. 3:55 to play in the first half.
Point zone here for Richards.
Looking for Flota off of the left wing. Up top, Lydell. Back to the right wing for Fitzgerald. Elbow kick out. Now into the corner. It's going to be Hawkins looking back for Flota. Left wing. Dribbles to the free throw line. Jump stop. In the lane. No good. Rebound will be tipped away back to Flota. Got his own board. Scoop up layup. No. Rebound underneath the Feezy off the glass. Yes, and a foul. Feezer got the rebound off of the right block. Put it back up and in. Draws the foul. Feezer to the line. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of the Mt.Vernon Rams. Your community, your choice, your bank. With 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs. Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to personal banking. member FDIC. Welcome back to the free throw line. Michael Feaser looking to unlock this 17-17 tie. Yep. 3-point play for Feaser. Unofficially 4 on the night now for Michael Feaser. 18-17 your score. 3:30 mark of the first half. We are quickly into the front court. Iron not kind that time for Richards. As underneath, John Montgomery, who's back in the ball game, was looking for the easy roller. Doesn't get it, but the rebound drops out of bounds. So team rebound for Richards here. Inbound will come left of the hoop. Agnostopoulos will drop it off to the right wing for Harper. Now Montgomery. Coming in from the left wing. Pull up at the free throw line is good. Good look there by Montgomery, and we have a teeter-totter here. It's 19-18 as Richards climbs back on top.
Back and forth. This one's a tight one.
The way we like it.
As expected.
Harkins, a nice move to the hoop. Oh,
right call.
It was too good of a move, though, as he walks with the basketball, but he got the bucket.
He traveled first before the foul. Yep.
That's
what I'm saying.
Easier pill to swallow when they don't make it, but that was a beautiful move to the bucket. But when you take that many steps, it typically will be. Turnover for the Rams into the front court we go. Agnostopoulos looking for Meyer. Doubles for Montgomery coming off of the sideline. Works to the right elbow, pushes off his man, throws back to the right side. Good move in the lane. We're going to foul on the floor as Cortez Harper tried to come up the right side to get inside the block, but he's fouled before he can get there. So it'll be an inbound. Should be baseline left of the hoop. That'll be Flota's first.
Kai Williams from Riverview Gardens today had 36 in a loss to Belleville East at Collinsville.
Who did?
Kai Williams.
Not Tyron, though. He can't play.
No, they get mixing up his numbers.
Got to get that straightened out. Up top, here we go off of the inbound near the volleyball line. Montgomery gives back to Shannon. 2:44 mark of the first half. Can't do without Sarah Staley and Country Financial. Of course, tomorrow is the day that anything could happen. Are you ready? When you meet with Sarah Staley at Country Financial in Mt.Vernon, you get a one-on-one relationship and a plan that meets your goals. Country Financial, what's your idea of financial security? Shot security not at a premium here, though. A wasted op there by Harper off the deep right wing. 3 balls no good, and here come the Rams. Pike with it, top of the key. 2:18 to play in this first half. We'll have your second chance auto halftime show coming up at the break. Right now, the Rams trail Richards 19-18. Flota, when are they going to get that? They're going to get that off of the half-court line. As Harper was all over Flota, fouls the right arm, and that should be 1-and-1 out for Trevor Flota.
It is, and for Richards right now, foul trouble is not going to be an issue. They play 8, 9, 10 guys. They can run some people, play aggressive because of the number of players they play. So foul trouble won't be an issue, but for Mt.Vernon getting to the line again in the rest of this half, an opportunity to get some points this way.
So Flota to the line for the 1-and bonus. To tie, yes, he gets a second. We're tied at 19. He can take the lead here with 2:11 to play in this first half. Dale's Harley-Davidson will power our video when it returns to the St. Anthony Shootout on Saturday, January 5th. We'll say more about Dales-HT.com and Dale's Harley-Davidson here in a moment. Second one, no good from Flota. Rebound, it'll be Shannon coming up across the timeline, works to the left arc inside. Feaser will tip to Flota. The killer F's again for the Mt.Vernon Rams, and here we go. Trapped in the backcourt, Feaser with it now. Left timeline, works across after a crossover dribble on Meyer. Now trying to go paint, shovels the back door. There's Hawkins. Ooh, tip pass is going to come out of bounds, and the Rams will turn the ball over. Sloppy ball handling there at the 1:47 mark could haunt the Rams tied at 19. Inbound will come, side out of bounds into the backcourt for Richards. Shannon with the basketball across the timeline. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We're also on Facebook and WMIXsports.com. Video highlights, archives, and more. 3, Agnostopoulos on the way. Nope, it would have been a long 2. Rebound to the backdoor. Feaser should be a walk, and it is. Fell with the rebound. Not much you could do there. They were only given the benefit of doubt until he slid slightly.
Yeah, no contact there as you see. Notice where they're heading into here at the exits here.
They can't do that.
Well, they are.
Well, it might be the other kind.
Well, it might be that the mafia style, as they say.
You betcha.
As they head into the hospitality room here.
Left side, it'll be Montgomery. The pull-up J is good from just outside the elbow.
I like him.
21-19.
Slick little left-hander.
Not bad.
And he played hard on both
good
ends. That's why you notice a kid that plays defense. I'm more inclined to that. And he can play.
Dale's Harley-Davidson, of course, where they have bikes as low as $29.95 and a party every weekend. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Dales-HC.com. The runner from the left side, no good. Lydell. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Good pickup there by Kirk Hacker underneath. Hawkins trying to get his hand in there, but it's out of bounds off of Montgomery. Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what?
Yeah, that's an I thing.
Yeah. Speaking of eyes, I have nothing. Beezer coming around off of the right block to Pike. He has a long I in his name. It'll be back up top. Beezer back to the left wing for Hawkins. 52 seconds to play in this first half. Looking up top, Lydell's coming around off a curl, gives to Flota off of a screen. Now a high ball screen up top. Nope, has to dishes off to Pike. Rams are down 2 at 43 seconds. Back to the free throw line, Beezer. Kick out Flota for the lead. Yes! And the Rams are on top, 22-21. Right wing 3 for Trevor Flota. 1-point ball game. 32 seconds left to go, but a chance to tie and or take the lead here for Richards. Woof. Rams basketball, of course, presented by ComFirst with 5 Jefferson County branches in response from quality service for all of your accounts. Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to personal banking, member FDIC. Welcome back to a good block by Flota, coming around to Jakari Carpenter. Came left block, Flota swats it away. Rams with the rebound with 10. Lydell across the timeline with 9. Off to the left side, Pike with 5. 3 on the way. Yes, and Pike nails a huge 3 with the Rams up 4. 25-21. Half court won't matter as Richards falls behind here at the half after 2 of the Mt.Vernon Rams 25. The Richards Bulldogs 21. We'll come back to your Second Chance Auto halftime show. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
We can't believe you missed last week's Saturday Sports Show, presented by Crossroads Community Hospital. To those who tuned in on WMIX or WMIXsports.com, we enjoyed your company. But if you missed the area scores, in-depth interviews with the region's coaches, or missed out on the WMIX Sports question on Twitter and Facebook, the path to forgiveness is easy. Listen to previous Saturday Sports Show episodes on demand at WMIXsports.com. It's that simple. Or next Saturday morning, you could tune in after the 8 o'clock news. Either way, we forgive
You've heard a lot about the new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center, about the cozy fireplaces in its patient areas, and about its numerous healing gardens and soothing nature-inspired artwork. Now that the new hospital is finished, you can finally see them for yourself. Good Samaritan is hosting tours of the new hospital on Saturday, January 5th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sunday, January 6th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. This isn't your ordinary open house. It's the opportunity to get a behind-the-scenes glimpse of the brand-new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center before it's open to the public in late January. Come see an operating room from the point of view of the surgeon or the new expanded ER and all private patient rooms. Join us at the new facility just off Veterans Memorial Drive in Mt.Vernon on January 5th and 6th for complimentary refreshments and to see how we're raising the bar for healthcare in Southern Illinois. You've never seen a hospital like this before. Visit smgsi.com to learn more.
How does Dale's Harley-Davidson in Mt.Vernon stay the longest-running Harley dealer in Southern Illinois? How about free pickup and delivery and being the home of the $29.95 oil change? Plus, get financing as low as 1.5 APR, along with the best selection of certified pre-owned Harley-Davidsons. So now you know how Dale's Harley-Davidson stays number one. Dale's Harley-Davidson, open every day but Wednesday, just off of I-57 in Mt.Vernon. Visit dales-hd.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Learn to live healthy, learn to live well, and learn how you can live free from unexpected medical expense with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance and the Page Agency. Health insurance that covers hospital, medical, and surgical expenses offers a wide choice of deductibles and a non-tobacco user discount too. Rising medical costs don't have to be a problem with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance. This is coverage we hope you'll never need, but you just can't be without. Call the Page Agency at 242-7000 about a major medical health insurance plan today.
Looking for a long-term, competitive fixed-rate mortgage? People's National Bank's Rural Development product could be a perfect fit. Hi, I'm Joy Schrader, Mortgage Specialist at People's National Bank. A rural development loan allows you to borrow up to 102% of the appraised value of the home. There's no down payment required, and with expanded income guidelines, People's National Bank can help you get in the home of your dreams.
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Loans subject to credit approval.
This is Rams basketball on WMIX. The Second Chance Auto halftime show starts now.
And we welcome you back to the CHS Arena here at the half. The Mt.Vernon Rams with a 25-21 lead over the Richards Bulldogs. For over 32 years, Second Chance Auto is proud to put families throughout the region in dependable vehicles at reasonable prices. Second Chance Auto, living and contributing to the community they serve. Proud to sponsor the Mt.Vernon Rams. We'll have your Heartland Accounting halftime snaps coming up in just a bit. Don't forget, in the meantime, you can follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We're on Facebook as well. And the all-new, well, it's not quite as new now. It's about a month and a half in, WMIX Sports. We'll have all that and more when we return. We'll slip out for a quick break, come back with some stats. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
You're looking for a great quality SUV to get you through the winter, right? Well, Second Chance Auto has never had a better selection. Find SUVs from small to medium to large. Four-wheel drive models, too. Their inventory has never been better. Cars, trucks, vans, and many priced under $10,000. Instant approval with honest deals on great vehicles. Most have a 3-month or 3,000-mile warranty. And there's bank rate financing for everyone. Make this your best year with a quality SUV from Second Chance Auto. Route 142 East in Mt.Vernon. Call 244-4582.
I know you've heard about mortgage rates being all-time lows, but have you done anything about it yet? Hi, I'm Rick Pigg, mortgage lender at Community First Bank. There's never been a better time at buying a home or refinancing an existing mortgage. The sooner you act, the more you save, and we'll be there to help you through every step of the way. For more information, visit us at comfirstbank.net or stop by one of our 5 locations.
Community First Bank with locations in Mt.Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. This is Bria Ashby from Community First Bank. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to the 70th Annual Centralia Holiday Tournament at the CHT Arena. This is your Second Chance Auto halftime show. Second Chance Auto believes in lasting relationships, and that's why generations of families have continued coming back for over 32 years. It's the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in one location, priced under $10,000. Second Chance Auto, proud sponsors of the Mt.Vernon Rams. Bottom of the hour here on WMIX FM Mt.Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside with your Heartland Accounting halftime stats.
Mt.Vernon 6 of 14 from two-point range, 43%. They were 50% from the arc, hitting 3 out of 6. So the Rams go 9 of 20 from the field in the first half for a percentage of 45%. Oak Lawn Richards 9 of 11 from two-point range, 82%, only 1 of 7 from behind the arc for 14, so they go 10 of 18 from the field in the first half for 56%. Free throw shooting, Mt.Vernon made 4 out of 9. Oak Lawn didn't attempt a free throw in that first half. Rebounding went to Mt.Vernon 11 to 10. Big discrepancies. Mt.Vernon's offensive glass rebounders pulled to a 7-2 advantage. Turnovers, Richards with 8. Mt.Vernon with 5. The Bulldogs had 7 players scored in the first half. Leading the way were Dedrick Shannon, John Montgomery, and Josh Meyer with 4. Then you had Takari Carpenter with 3. Cortez Harper, Spencer Tiers, and Dion Alexander all with 2 points apiece. Give you a halftime for Mt.Vernon now. The 5 scores for the Rams. Trevor floated with 11. He had 6 in the first quarter, 5 in the second, followed by Michael Feaser and Shakari Harkins with 4. Braden Fitzgerald and Jake Pike with 3. To give you a halftime score of Mt.Vernon 25, Oak Lawn 21.
There you go. Those stats are calculated by Heartland Accounting. Get started right and let Heartland Accounting help make your business a success. Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B, your small business expert. When we come back on your Second Chance Auto halftime show, we'll get you a Tony Wilkes State Farm scoreboard update. We will also have plenty of chances to talk about what the Mt.Vernon Rams need to do in half number 2 to win this one against Oak Lawn Richards. 25-21, Mt.Vernon at the break. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
Wouldn't it be amazing if there was somewhere you could listen to knowledgeable discussion, interviews with a great mix of coaches, get the scores, and be entertained? You must have missed last week's Saturday Sports Show. Give AM 940 a couple of hours every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news, and we'll give you the info you need like no one else can. It's your best option this winter sports season. The Saturday Sports Show on WMIX at WMIXsports.com. Powered by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. At Banterra, we understand that banking is a relationship. It's a friendly face that knows your name, understands your needs, supports your goals. Banterra offers a complete range of personal and business banking products with competitive rates and loans that range from small projects to multi-million-dollar opportunities. We offer conveniences such as online banking, mobile banking, and direct deposit. For a strong community bank with exceptional customer service, Banterra is a smart choice for your banking needs. Banterra Bank, a proud supporter of Southern Illinois high school sports. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Joe David Cummins from Community First Bank. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
The Rams indeed on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Can't beat it. 25-21 here at the half. The CHT Arena, the Rams on top of Richards by 4. Of course, we owe you a Tony Wilkes State Farm scoreboard update. We have a couple of scores to report in.
Yeah, today at Belleville, Centralia, I should say, 72-39. Belleville West beat Salem in the first game here. Early on, quickly in the first quarter, the Waltonville Spartans out to an 8-0 lead against ZR at the Centralia Holiday Tournament as Brian Gamber leads the Spartans through that part of the bracket. Of course, all messed up. They're playing at 10:30. The Christopher Ryan, the game moved to 1:30 since Shawnee wasn't going to make it today. Goreville got a forfeit win. Goreville beat Shawnee 2-0. Actually, 1-0 forfeit.
Wow.
Yeah, close one. It was. A lot of missed shots or stalling.
Mom Nature won.
Mom Nature beat Shawnee 1-0.
Tony Wild invites you to come in and join the State Farm team. He is located at the corner of 42nd and South Watertower in Mount Vernon, or online at TonyWild.com. Walk in, call in, or click in like a good neighbor. State Farm is there, or check out that white Jeep, the international symbol for joining the State Farm team. DC, the Rams are up 4, made a couple of big threes to close out that second quarter, one from Flota, the one from Pike later on. Had a nice little run to close with the half. Need that momentum to continue here in the third quarter.
Need that momentum, and Mount Vernon's defense has to pick up, I think, a little bit. They're going to have to get after Oaklawn and not just depend on the offensive glass. They're going to have to get some things done, and especially defensively. I think Mount Vernon's going to have to keep their penetration out, guard the perimeter a little bit better. Oaklawn only made 1 out of 7, but they can make some threes. So Mount Vernon right now hanging around, doing some things they need to do.
We'll switch sides, and away we go. It should be Ram basketball to start this second half. Be the alternating possession rule. To be Pike, Flota, Feeser, Fitzgerald, and Liddell for the Rams for your starters for the Rams. In their home whites with orange trim, orange numerics trimmed in black, while the Bulldogs are in their away black. Gold trim, gold numerics trimmed in white. Underway in the second half. It'll be off of the right wing. Feeser from Liddell. Works it back to the circle for Flota. 7:52 mark of the third quarter. 20-21. Rams are by 4, and it's now 16-0 Waltonville with 3:40 to go in the first. Wow. As Fitch was trapped along that sideline, stolen away Shannon. He'll come up, backdoor pass to Meyer. It'll be one of those zig when should have zagged combinations, and the Rams will force the turnover, get the ball right back.
Or the what you can do worse, we can do worse better.
Precisely. We'll look for a Ren Lake College player of the game in our post-game show. Ren Lake College can save you thousands of dollars on your collegiate education. Visit them online. RLC.edu. 25-21, Rams by 4. Flota with it off the left wing. Had a big three a moment ago. Leads Pike, the other three-man, into the high post. It'll be kicked back out. Flota swung around. Pike's pull up 17-footers on the way. It's good. Pike has 5, and the Rams are on top 27-21.
Nails has 5 points, kind of in a streak here for Mount Vernon in the end of the second, start the third.
You betcha. We'll have a quick foul. Shannon trying to work along that right post, and Nails a name I believe Lonan gave him in one of the games we did together. I guess the Cahokia game. And he has proven to be just that. 5 key points tonight. The Rams are up 6 now, 27-21. A minute into this second half. Shannon's going to lob to the left wing for Cortez Harper. He has a 2-ball tonight. Back to Shannon on the wing, looking off the left baseline for Meyer. Has a good move to his left. Instead, he'll just use his height off the backboard. Good times there for Meyer.
Tim Duncan-esque.
You bet.
Have the back to the basket, spin and face the glass, and kiss it off to the top corner of the little square. That's Tim Duncan-esque.
Little Tim Duncan combined with Sean Bradley on that play. 6:44
Sean
to play.
Bradley never shot like that.
No, but he has. I was going for resemblance versus shot. 27-23, 6:37 to play in the third quarter. I love the timeout, Scott Gamber. First time of the day is presented by the Medicine Shop. Eric Black and his staff at the Medicine Shop, of course, wish you a happy, safe, and healthy holiday season, at least what's remaining of it, of course, as New Year's is coming about. Eric Black and his staff at the Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway at Mount Vernon, of course, proud sponsors of the Mount Vernon Rams. 27-23, 6:35 to play here in the third quarter, and the Rams had a nice start to the second half, but gave up what turned into an easy deuce to Josh Meyer, and now it's just a 4-point ball game. Need a good possession out of this timeout.
I'm telling you right now, if Dedrick Shannon wants to penetrate around Mount Vernon, he can do it. And Mount Vernon's going to be very aware of him as far as what he can do when he penetrates, because he's going to be the key for Richards in this game.
It'll be Feeser inbound to Pike right of the circle. Looking back off the pivot, comes to Flota left sideline. Now the Fitch, 3 on the way. It's blocked. Rebound will go to Feeser. Nice move underneath to clean it up, but can't finish strong. Or maybe a little too strong off the front iron on the layup. Shannon with the rebound. It's going to be into the corner quickly near the timeline. As Lawson will come back around. It'll be Shannon. Right arc, rather. He'll pull up from 3. It's on the way, and it's good. And just like that, Richards is back within 1 on a run. Oh, a 2-ball. Foot was on the line. I hate that. I despise it. It's 27-25 now. 2-point ball game. 5:58 to play in the third. Rams still hanging on. Feeser off at the far sideline. Comes back to the near side. Floater, NBA 3. No good. Left it short. Rebound will come to Shannon. Not what you needed there.
Nope.
But Scott Gammer, hands on the hip, says it all. Ooh, Montgomery might have gotten away with a walk there, but he'll charge inside on the Avon call. Leaned right into the Mount Vernon defender, and that's going to be a charge.
Sometimes I bragged on Montgomery a while ago. He does play sometimes a little quick on the offensive end instead of letting things come to him.
Well, sometimes you get tired of playing slow, and if you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home, and Dick Stein of Woodlawn and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. Flow to the lob ahead to Pike off of the wing. Comes baseline. Gives back to Fitz. Looking back door. It's going to be tipped away by Meyer for Feeser. Now Lydell recovered, but then Feeser's blocked. Amazing transformation of events there off of the right block. It'll be picked away by Fitz. Recovered by Lawson. The free throw line. His jumper's good.
Another party heard from. Lawson scores another Bulldog that has scored in the game. We're tied at 27.
5:06 to play in the third. Rams win tomorrow. They play Belleville West at 12:30. They fall tomorrow. They play Salem at 8:30 here from the CHS Arena. Off of the right arc, that is going to be Fitz. Lobs to Flota. Comes off of a ball screen left side to the baseline. He's going to be blocked on his way up by Lawson. That'll actually be Lawson's third foul. That should be the second team foul here in the second half for Richards.
Again, as many as they play, even though he's got 3, he's a starter. He's going to have to settle down a little bit. They can keep going because they sub and play a lot of kids. Why make that long trip when you can play? Don't play a lot of people.
We're having a full timeout, of course, presented by the Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway at Mount Vernon. Wishing you a happy, safe, and healthy holiday season. The holidays aren't over yet. New Year's and much more to come. 27-27, 4:50 to play in the third. We're tied. Mount Vernon and Richards. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Brittany Newman back at our Mount Vernon studio.
I think the scary thing about this for Mount Vernon right now, you're tied at 27. You've had a 6-point lead at one point. What has to happen now for the Rams is you have to quit letting Richards penetrate and getting it inside. Once the ball gets dumped into the post, Mount Vernon cannot handle Richards. At least they haven't shown it so far. And 2, your perimeter defense has to pick up, so it's harder for Richards to get into that offense.
That it is. But of course, the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Check out their selection of the 2013 Lincoln MKX, a beautiful automobile in the crossover series you have to check out. Scott Gammer's going to talk it over with Kevin Ditz about something that transpired in the earlier trip down the floor.
The physical play underneath. I think what has to happen is, another thing too, is Mount Vernon has to be aggressive. I think if Richards gets on a streak here, Mount Vernon's got to be very leery of a 6 to 8 point run here by Richards that Fitzgerald's going to take to meet the trainer. I don't know what that is. Probably got some blood going on.
Well, and Harper was trying to block guard Flota on a potential inbound. Flota's like, and he probably precisely said, "Dude, I'm shooting a free throw."
You can't help. You can't fault the effort.
Got to reward aggressiveness.
Right.
First one's good. The Rams are back on top, 28-27, because he knocked down the back end.
Well, he can tell his coach, I play defense everywhere, even on free throws.
One of the friendlier moments to transpire, and that's the word I've seemed to have fallen in love with today. Here at the 70th CHT. Off of the right wing, it's Harper. Looks back to Lawson up top. Now leaves for Shannon. Will set the screen off the elbow, and here comes. It's going to be a quick pass to the right corner. Not much that Harper can do but find Meyer off the baseline against Feeser. Trying to use that body strength, does so, and he'll push off. It'll be a foul on Feeser.
Yeah,
Feeser hang on to the hand.
Meyer gets in there. He is a strong young lad, and he is hard to root out of there. Once he gets positioned and bowls his way in, it's hard once that ball gets in there, and Mount Vernon's struggling with him right now.
Understand we have a final from Collinsville.
Yes, Belleville East beat Riverview Gardens 82-71 the opening game. First free throw made here. Meyer makes that. That game was a lot closer than what that score entails, as Belleville East had to really play to get after it. Altoff getting ready to go right now at Collinsville.
Of course, that scoreboard update presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance and financial service needs, see Tony on the corner of 42nd South Water Tower in Mount Vernon. Online at TonyWilt.com. Rebound will come underneath. Good attempt there by Carlos Thomas into the ballgame with the offensive board, but left his shot short.
Well, in this day and age, it's almost inexcusable for offensive rebound on a free throw, the way the rules are.
Whole point. Flota with it up top for the Rams. Throws the Pike back to Flota off of the far wing. Now back to Pike up top. Slide pass to Lydell here on the left wing. 4:06 to play in the third quarter, 29-28. The Rams are still up one, as Meyer only made one of two that trip. Flota is going to get back to Pike off the left wing. 3:55 mark of the third. Pass to the free throw line to Feeder. Kicks out. Hawkins, nice ball fake off a three. Can't do anything baseline except shovel it back. Here comes Lydell. Risky move to the bucket, but it pays off. How he got that to drop is beyond me, but some good karma for Jaron Lydell puts the Rams up a tray. 31-28.
Circus shot. Dink, dink, ding, 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 ding.
3 rings. That's the lead. Here it comes. Harper works to Lawson. Off the left block we go. Meyer. Nice reverse underneath on the layup. It's 31-30.
Meyer can't be stopped in there, and I'd like to have Lawson at tight end. My goodness, what a football body that young man has.
Of course, Jared Shaner away during the Centralia Holiday Tournament. Can't scout that young man and maybe try to get him down here, but he's missing out. That would be a phenomenal addition to any football team.
Those of you wondering, it may be Waltonville at the end of one leading ZR 24-2.
Woof.
Waltonville ready to go at 10:30 in the morning.
I'd say. This was almost turned over. Actually, it was technically, and then turned back over. I guess you want to go that route.
You just got to feel right now that Oaklawn Richards is bubbling like a volcano. You know it's going to erupt in a streak. You just don't know when. Can Mount Vernon keep them in check and not let this game get going?
We'll see. It's going to be a turnover on the Rams. Nobody touched that one. Mitchell had shown a move to the left, but then went back right after Pike had already tossed the ball. 7 turnovers now on the Rams. We'll have a timeout to talk it over. Presented by the Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Of course, Eric Black and his staff at the Medicine Shop, proud to be sponsors of the Mount Vernon Rams. Check them out for all of your pharmacy and home medical equipment needs. And Fitz, I believe, came out of... I think I see him at the timeout.
Yeah, he had to get Band-Aid, whatever, put on, blood, something. Nothing major.
It is 31-30. Rams on top with 3:14 to play coming out of this Medicine Shop timeout. We're in the third quarter. We'll see what happens, as it will be an inbound. Length of the floor styles. The Rams are going to be content to hold up with half court here.
Nothing will get by this good crew. There's a veteran crew that's seen a lot of games. Nothing's going to get by these 3.
2 of the 3 had the pleasure of doing Mount Vernon Cahokia. They did a bang-up job that night. Lawson with it off the right arc, finds a wide open man for 3. No good off the back iron. The rebound will be tipped on the back side of the backboard. As that attempt was taken off the left side, I believe, by number 10, Carlos Thomas. The team rebound for the Rams here, 2:59 mark in the third quarter. Up 1, 31-30. And now this becomes a huge opportunity for the Rams. Trying to extend this lead and add some comfort and a bit of respite here. 2:57 to play in the third. Here come the Rams in the backcourt. That will be Jaron Lydell. Comes right across that circle. Now off to the right, comes back to the left, looking for Flota. Off the double team out front. Can't make much happen. Lobs it over the timbers to Mitchell at the circle. Back to Flota left wing. 2:42 to play in the third. Mitch off the right circle. Got that bandage. Looks good. Back in the ball game. Lydell with it in the corner. Now to Flota coming around off the left wing, and the pass intended for Hawkins will go to Lydell. His move to the bucket will be rewarded with 2 free throws as he's blocked on his way up, I believe, possibly by Lawson. If so, that puts him with 4.
Yeah. He'll go out, another body will come in. It's Richards' team. They sub freely, and they got a lot of kids that can play.
What you don't know or understand about your existing policies can end up hurting you and your family. With the right help from Country Financial, almost any family can achieve financial security. Develop a plan to meet your goals with your Country Financial representative in Mount Vernon, Sarah Staley.
And that rattled. Lydell get another.
Let's see if there's some overcompensation this time on the second attempt. The Rams are up just 1, 31-30 with 2:28 to play in the third. Let's see what happens. It's on the way, and it is going to hit the front iron and then bounce right off the back, rolled over the top. Meyer with the rebound. Here comes Richards. Shannon within the front court. Nice crossover move to work to the right wing from the top of the key. There's digging and zagging around with some curls off to the left side. That'll be Carlos Thomas. Deep left wing. Looking inside. Nope, comes to the top for Agnostopoulos. Off the right side, looking to work in, and that's going to be a foul. Cortez Harper came to the right, but this defender went right into him.
Mount Vernon's going to have to make a decision here as we end this third and the fourth. How are they going to defend the perimeter? Are they going to have to double off and are going to have to ask for help on the weak side, or are they going to stay at their man? I think they're going to have to ask off for help on a couple of guys because I don't think Mt.Vernon has the matchup to defend a couple players from Richards.
Wide open three on the way from the right side is no good for Harper. Rebound inside will come to Flota. The Rams get a big defensive board here. Video returns on January 5th as the Rams travel to the St. Anthony Shootout to battle T-Town. That'll be on WMIXSports.com, fueled by Dale's Harley-Davidson, where they trade for anything. No smoke and mirror deals at Dale's. Find them online at dales-ht.com. They're also on Facebook and Twitter, and the only Harley dealer in Southern Illinois that offers a 10-year life and cycle warranty. Fitch with it at the circle, looks back to the left, comes to the left-hand dribble, now works to the wing for Flota with 1:32 to play in the third. Rams are hanging on to a 1-point lead, 31-30. Rams have backed it out a touch. Lydell with it off of the right sideline to the sideline for Feeser. Back to the circle for Hawkins. Now left side, they're looking for that backdoor play. Nope, it's going to be blocked. Feeser had it. Meyer blocks it. Rebound to Harper. He'll bring it length the floor. The layup will not be good. So it won't go. And now two from the free throw line for Meyer.
But did you see how quick Meyer makes the block, keeps it in play, doesn't swat it out of bounds, keeps it in play off the backboard, and quickly Richards goes the other way. Ball barely hit the floor as Harper goes to the rim and gets fouled.
That was an outstanding play, especially in transition, as Harper was able to make the move length to the floor. He goes to the line to shoot two. First one's no good. Best he can do is tie.
Tell you what, it's not been a free throw shooting exhibition by either team this morning. Not going to send this one to Springfield Mass in the Hall of Fame for free throws. Ugly. Capital U.
That'd be a nice play in words of friends. I was just thinking about the point total, even without the bonus.
Right. Hate to give hints out umpteen thousand watts of radio, but yeah, you got to watch the word ugly.
1 of 2, that trip. For Cortez Harper, he had 3. We're tied at 31. That's going to be a foul deep in the backcourt by Harper on Fitzgerald.
I didn't mean to, but he gets called for a foul.
What? Didn't mean to what?
Didn't mean to bump into him.
Oh, I got you.
But he did.
So you're talking about the words of friends.
No, I was past that. I was talking about Harper bumping into Fitzgerald. A little over-aggressive. Couldn't get the break to stop. Air brakes went out on him. That was the end of it.
Speaking of friends, how about friends and neighbors? And with 5 locations, Community First Bank of the Heartland has friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs. Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to personal banking. Flota, a nice move to the hoop. Shook his defender, Shannon, as he came back to the outside. Left-hand dribble to the inside. Off the left block to the layup. Flota has 2 more. It's 33-31.
Mt.Vernon doing what they need to do, maintaining their lead.
Off to the left wing, it's Shannon. 38 seconds to play in the third quarter. Rams up 2, 33-31 over Richards, and what early on has been the game of the day, even though you've only had 2. You can say that. That first one, ooh. Not a very good wake-up call. 20 seconds to play in the third quarter off the left baseline. That is going to be Meyer looking in. Tallest guy on the floor. Hooks up with Thomas off of the elbow. Drops back for Shannon coming around right wing with 12 seconds. Kicks over. 3 on the way is off the mark. No good. Well, the rebound foul. Looks like that's going to be on Meyer. He was looking to go up for the jam, but instead he gets whistled for the foul with 7.7 seconds left to go in the third. Whoa. It'll be a length of the floor inbound here for the Rams. It'll be Hawkins to trigger it in. Look at Fitz in the corner. They're going to use his speed, trying to break through the defense, and he will tip it ahead to Hawkins, who loses the basketball. Off the wing, he'll throw up a 3. No good at the buzzer. As ugly as that was, that darn near turned into something beautiful at the end of the third quarter. Through 3, Mt.Vernon 33, Oak Lawn 31. This is Rams basketball presented by Community First Bank.
Rend Lake College's Adult Volunteer Literacy Program is looking for volunteers to help stop adult illiteracy. Give the gift of reading and be a hero forever. RLC will provide you with training and materials to help adults develop the basic reading ability needed to excel. You can work one-on-one, tutor a small group, or work with students in an adult education classroom. Experience the joy of helping others and change a life. Call RLC's Volunteer Partnership toll-free at 800-369-5321, extension 1342, 800-369-5321, extension 1342.
You're looking for a great quality SUV to get you through the winter, right? Well, Second Chance Auto has never had a better selection. Find SUVs from small to medium to large. 4-wheel drive models, too. Their inventory has never been better. Cars, trucks, vans, and many priced under $10,000. Instant approval with honest deals on great vehicles. Most have a 3-month or 3,000-mile warranty. And there's bank rate financing for everyone. Make this your best year with a quality SUV from Second Chance Auto. Route 142 East in Mt.Vernon. Call 244-4588. 92.82.
This is your home for Rams Radio, WMIX.
And we welcome you back to the CHS Arena. It's the 70th annual Centralia Holiday Tournament. Rams basketball here, 33-31, leading Oak Lawn here as we head to the fours. It'll be Richards basketball to start. Off of the right wing, looking to make a move is Harper to the elbow, to the top. It'll be Montgomery kicking it over the left wing for Shannon. He's played well off the bench, but kept quiet offensively. Lead pass up ahead, good move underneath for Montgomery, but won't go. Rebound underneath to Hawkins. 7:41 to play in the fourth, 33-31. Rams are up 2 and a big opportunity. Fitz to the top of the key, slides over left wing, sets the screen now, does Fitz, floater with it. Off to the left, it'll be Fitzgerald with the basketball. 7:28 mark of the fourth quarter, 2-point ball game, 33-31 is your Ram lead. Beazer going to go to the corner to Fitzgerald. Pulls up for three, no good, back iron. Good rebound by Float underneath, put back's good.
How good has Trevor Float been again today? Back-to-back great games from the seniors.
Well, he's making another case to be your Red Lake College player of the game. At Red Lake College, you get a quality education and save thousands. Log on to rlc.edu. See which program is right for you. 7:02 to go in the fourth. They're looking inside Montgomery. Lost the basketball, but got it right back and threw up a wild shot. The rebound comes underneath the Fitz. That'll be a foul on Shannon, I believe.
It's one of those deals with Flota. How Flota goes, so goes the Rams. Seems to have taken on this personality the last couple of games.
Exactly. 4-point game now, 35-31, I will say. Shannon very lucky. Wait, they give that to Lawson. No, Shannon, okay.
Yep, I got it.
Like what? Very lucky, however, this is a calm, cool, collected group of officials after slamming the floor, even in frustration. Not necessarily a wise thing to do. Fitz looking for Beazer looking for Flota. A lot of F's on this Mt.Vernon team. 6:37 to play in the fourth.
The fighting F.
I'm trying to think of a good adjective that fits them. Can't go killer because you have the killer bees.
Yeah,
but that makes sense.
Fighting F.
Frantic F's right now.
Frantic F.
So they are fighting for this lead. 35-31, 6:22 to play in the fourth quarter. It'll be Lydell coming off of a screen to the timeline. Back to the right sideline. Beazer lob up head to the back door. There's Hawks. Buddha with a big play. 37-31. 6:10 to play in the fourth, and Shikari Hawkins comes up big again.
Yeah, nice play, little backdoor play. Mt.Vernon was pulling Richards away from the rim with that perimeter passing and handing off, and it worked to a T on the back door.
That play does work to a T. How many times do we see the Orphans pull that with R.J. Kukuski? Back in the left corner. Big move by, I believe, Thomas off the left. No, pardon me. It'll be a rebound, though, for Meyer. His shot will be blocked on the way up. He's fouled. And that'll send Meyer to the line to shoot two on a good play started by Spencer Turse.
One of those deals, if you box out, you keep Meyer off the glass. Mt.Vernon's trying to out-jump a kid that's taller than them, and that usually doesn't work out well.
With 5 locations in Mt.Vernon, Dixon, and Woodlawn, Speedy First Bank is proud to be the official voice of the Rams and the Jefferson County Basketball Showcase. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Definitely the voice of basketball from WMIX Sports. Meyer knocks down his first free throw.
On the flip side, you're worried about a Richards run, but now you're worried about Mt.Vernon building on their lead. Every time they get a decent lead, then Richards finds their way back in.
And we will have a timeout here at the 5:48 mark of the fourth quarter by Richards. It'll be a full timeout. 37-33 is your score. Rams by 4. This timeout presented by the Medicine Shop. Eric Black and the staff at the Medicine Shop wish you a happy, safe, and healthy holiday season. Of course, they're located at 2339 Broadway in Mt.Vernon, proud sponsors of the Rams. Danny Czerwinski alongside. I'm Chris Hugo on WMIX FM, Mt.Vernon, Marion, Effingham, a Withers Broadcasting Superstation. And Danny, it's been an up and down third quarter and second half for the Rams and Bulldogs. One of these teams is going to have to try, from Richards, they're going to have to try to get back in and pull away, but for the Rams, they're going to have to try to pull away.
Richards may turn the defense up a little bit here. They may have to pick the speed up a little bit, but you know, Mt.Vernon's done a very good job of not letting Richards get up and down the floor and sustain a run, as they say.
Of course, we'll have some scoreboard updates coming your way a little bit later on. Maybe we have some starting to roll in. The basketball logo that everybody's using confuses me on Twitter, by the way.
Greenville beat St. Elmo today 50-49 up the road at Vandalia.
Of course, West beat Salem here. That's Belleville West, 72-39. Waltonville had a 24-2 lead after one against DR at Cesar.
Yeah, haven't heard anything since.
That scoreboard update presented by Tony Wilkes, State Farm Insurance. Come on in, join the State Farm team. Tony would appreciate it. Look for that white Jeep out in the parking lot, corner 42nd South Watertower, Mt.Vernon, online at TonyWilt.com. Get to a better state. with State Farm. 37-33, Rams with the basketball at the timeout. That's almost stolen away by Meyer, and he will step out of bounds and he tips it back in. They put the taller Meyer on the shorter Fitz, and it didn't work out so well for the Rams that time, but they'll reset here. Far side out of bounds in the front court. 5:36 to go in the fourth quarter. 37-33 is the Ram lead. Florida left alone in the corner.
Got a halftime if you want one.
Go ahead and work it in there. We'll extend that up there.
Halftime, Waltonville 31, ZR 15.
And that's a heck of a play by Shannon off of the far sideline. Intercepts the pass, and as he was going out of bounds, managed to throw it off of Fitzgerald, and it'll be a turnover on the Rams. The ball will belong to Richards here. 5:27 mark of the fourth. Yikes. Oh, 5:24 to go in the fourth. Off the left wing, it'll be Harper. Looks back to the right wing for Shannon. Off the screen, throws up a three, yes. Uh-oh. So it's the ugly threes that fall. Shannon has a tray. Has 9 off the bench. It's 37-36, and Richards back within 1, picking up the defensive intensity. Back to Fitz. The Rams look a little rattled here offensively in the front court. Skip pass will be to the right wing. Lydell comes back to Fitzgerald. Has Florida all alone. Is there an answer here? Nope. It's off the front iron. Rebound back door to Lydell. Has it stolen away. Here comes Meyer up ahead. For Harper, D clears. Left it short. Rebound be fought for by Feaser. Florida will recover at the left wing. Oh, my. 1-point ball game with 4:40 to play in the fourth quarter, and the intensity is picked up here. A pressure cooker at the CHS Arena. It's into the left corner. That'll be Florida. Back to the timeline. It'll be Lydell. 4:30 mark of this fourth quarter. Slide pass underneath. Tight ropes the sideline. And now a jumper coming at the free throw line. No good from Fitz. Nobody get in there for the rebound for the Rams. Meyer comes away.
That's a tough shot.
Off the left side. It'll be a three on the way. No good from Richards. And the rebound will be flinkled around. We're going to foul. Too much contact there. The foul will be on Harper. The Rams get the ball back. Should be 1-1.
1-1 for Mt.Vernon. Opportunity to extend the lead with free throws.
They're going to have to make their free throws. It's been middle of the road at best here. Oh.
Got to make free throws. You want to extend the lead and get a win.
Lydell.
The Mount Rushmore of officials over there in that red carpet section.
Yes, it is.
You look how their heads are sitting.
Yep, Lydell will miss the first. Meyer will pick up a foul. That'll be his second, and so Lydell will go back to the line and shoot the one and bonus.
It's another attempt, so it's almost opportunity 2 for 3 if he can make both.
Lydell at the line, shooting the one and bonus. 37-36. The Rams are up just 1 with 4:09 to play in the fourth quarter, and Lydell will miss the free throw. Rebound to the back door for Lawson. Lawson across the timeline, left side, steps to the wing, trying to clear out of space for Meyer. Outside the paint, has the back door play open. Nope. Trying to keep it, panics to Lawson up top. He'll shake the left side, low post, and fouled by Hawkins.
Has a bailout there. Hawkins gets a dime foul, as I call it. Just not much there, but Hawkins gets called for the foul, and that'll send Lawson to the line. His first trips of the day there.
Video on WMIXsports.com will return on Saturday, January 5th, when the Rams head to the St. Anthony Shootout to take on T-Town. It'll be fueled by Dale's Harley Davidson. Visit them online at dales-hc.com. They're also on Facebook and Twitter. There's also a party every weekend. They also trade for anything. No smoke in the mirror deals, just bikes as low as $29.95.
Tied at 37. Kokia has arrived. They're in the northeast corner of the gym.
Second free throw, no good. We're tied at 37, 3:54 mark. Meyer steals the rebound away, tried to go for the dunk. Foul on the way up. It'll be an and one situation, 39-37. Meyer got it off of the right block, stole the rebound away, and he is just much bigger down there than anybody else and able to do what he wants.
Problem was the free throw was missed. Meyer got the rebound, and Big Fella put it on the floor, which is an absolute no. Put it on the floor, missed the dunk. He threw it up, tried to dunk it on an 8-foot goal, didn't work. Rim blocked him, then went back up and got the three-point play and made the free throw. Wow, that's just a bad turn of events for Mt.Vernon in that case.
The Rams trail 40-37. 3:48 to play in the fourth quarter, and that'll be a turnover on the Rams as Mitchell dribbles right off of his foot. Speaking of shooting in the foot, 3:46 to play. Another key turnover here. Richards going to try to capitalize. The Rams looking to avoid an 8:30 date with Salem tomorrow morning. If they continue to play like this, that's right where they're headed. Off of the right wing, it's Lawson. Looks back left wing for Shannon. Shannon trying to direct traffic, sending number 10, Thomas, underneath. Instead, they go to number 30, Kiersey, up top. Off the left wing, looks off at the sideline for Shannon. 3:24 mark in the fourth quarter. Fitz giving close guard. Meyer turns around left, blocked by Mitchell, but a foul.
That was a big-time move. He felt Feeser leaning on him, pushing on him that way, and he went off the right, posted on the right block, left block, went right shoulder spin, tried to get to the rim, and boy, that was a fantastic move by Myers to show his footwork.
Went to the left again. And now Myers' free throw is good. He'll have another one coming.
Whoa, boy.
Extends the lead to 2 possessions, 41-37.
Solid free throw line as well. I mean, he is somebody to be reckoned with here.
Second one en route, it's good. 5-point ball game here in the fourth, 3:19 to play. Oaklawn on top, and we will have a foul on the inbound.
Only a junior is Meyer, and we'll go down the other end. One bonus for Mt.Vernon. Clock stop, walk to the other end. You get to make points with the clock stop. Boy, that's a bonus for Mt.Vernon.
Yes, it is. Good luck to Jeff London's Mt.Vernon Lady Rams. They take on Belleville West at 11:30 at Mascoutah. The Lady Rams, of course, 10-1 on the year. 3:19 to play in the fourth quarter. It's 42-37. Fitz will go to the line and try to cut into this Oaklawn Richards lead. We'll have a Smith Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show coming up after this one.
Mt.Vernon's only scored 4 points.
First free throw good by Fitz. He'll get another. Well, stop the bleeding somewhat. Spot.
That's good. Clock stop. Points going on the board for Mt.Vernon.
3:19 to play in the fourth. Here comes Fitz's second. It's good. That'll bring the Rams back within a tray. 42-39, 3:18 to go in the fourth quarter. Glad to have you with us. WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Follow us on Twitter. Yep, you guessed it, at WMIX Sports. Shannon through the circle off to the right side. Lawson shakes the defender, heads right off the block. Nope, charge. That's a good call underneath. He charged into 3.
That is 5. Second turnover on Richards in the half, 1 in each quarter. That should be 5 on Lawson.
It is 5. He'll come out. There, your Bulldozer's gone. He's been big tonight. May not show up in the score this morning. May not show up in the scorebook, but he's done a lot of things to help clear that paint.
Yeah, he goes out. Mt.Vernon's hanging around right now, which is what they need to do.
3:06 left to go in the fourth quarter. 3-point ball game. Rams are going to have to get a bucket on this possession, I would think. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway. Find them on Facebook at FordSquare.com. And Fitz tried to do too much, and you've got to understand whether you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior. And
you got to slow down.
Yeah.
At that time, he's going in there with no plan. And when you go in no plans, like jumping up in the air without a plan in the past, and now Richards breaks it easily on the pressure.
Squandered opportunity for the Rams. It'll be Shannon off of the right wing in the front court for the Bulldogs. They go left to right. Richards goes right, now kicks back, and here's a good chance for Harper with a left-hand dribble. Shifts it to the left side. Here comes Carpenter. Moved to the hoop. He's fouled. It looks like that's going to be against Jaron Lydell, and Carpenter will go to the line to shoot 2.
Golly. Mt.Vernon's just right there. You cannot play too quickly. I mean, if you're point guard, you got to have a plan going in there like that. Nobody was with him, and he got in amongst the timber and lost it. Now a turnover leads to a free throw made by Richards.
Carpenter knocks down the first. He'll have a second. If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home, and Dick Stein at Woodlawn and Mt.Vernon. Welcome back to personal banking, member FDIC. Second one, Rams out. Still a 2-possession game, 43-39. Rams need a sense of urgency, but not too much of a sense of urgency. 2:33 left to go in the fourth quarter. It's going to be a pass almost still on the way. Fitz shakes the defender. Going to have to understand the need to be quick and the need not to be quick here if you're Mt.Vernon. 2:24 to go in the fourth. Lydell picked up the dribble. Lob play into the corner for Flota. Back to Lydell. Through the circle. It's a bounce pass to Fitz. Backdoor play. Good lob. Nope. Flota can't get it. Got his own rebound. Put back good. And Flota puts the Rams back within the deuce. Timeout Mt.Vernon. 43-41. 2:10 to play in the fourth. Flota had a good op underneath, but had an awkward angle. Luckily got his own rebound and put it back up and in. And Trevor Flota, suffice to say, carrying these Mt.Vernon Rams.
Yeah, he has done just a little of everything today. And right now, Mt.Vernon down 2 has an opportunity to play some defense. They don't have to foul immediately in this situation.
Timeouts presented by the Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway in Mt.Vernon. Eric Black and his staff wish you a happy, safe, and healthy holiday seeds and New Year's still to come. And luckily at Cesar, they bumped back those trophy games to earlier in the day as they had to postpone yesterday, now playing today, tomorrow, Saturday, and Monday. But luckily, no championship game will be going into the new year. Well, at least we don't hope on New Year's Eve.
Well, it's happened before.
Could be.
I've enjoyed
it. Take about 6 overtime.
I enjoyed a New Year's Eve at Centralia many a time on New Year's Eve night. Of course, teams try to stay away from that now. And now for Mt.Vernon, they're trying to stay away from fouling. They're going to pressure. Full court as Richards will have the length of the floor to go. But Mt.Vernon is going to have an opportunity. If they don't steal immediately, they can play some defense. But if Mt.Vernon can get them to the foul line to pick anybody but Meyer, maybe they can get the ball back.
Dickens couldn't have written it any better. It's been the tale of two teams for the Rams here today. Second half has not been kind. Almost turned it over. Richards on the inbound. Lydell tapped it, but then never went to get it. Richards recovers across the timeline. That's Shannon coming up left. Lost his man, and that'll be I thought I saw a charge initially, but then I thought I saw the hands go to the hips, and it'll be a charge. Turnover, Richards.
What a play down here, though. Harper throws it in. Lydell tips it, but then Lydell stood there, and Harper jumped in, established himself, then grabbed the ball. But now Mt.Vernon with a big charge taken now can get back into a tie or even take the lead with a 3.
43-41. The Rams down 2 with the basketball in the backcourt. A minute 54 left to go in this fourth quarter. Off of the right side. It'll be to Flota now left off of the deep wing. Looking back for Feeser between the circles over to the right side. Lydell. A minute 44 to go in the fourth. Rams are down 2, 43-41. Backside of the front court. Flota off of the triple team. Finds Pike. Looking for the jumper. Has to settle for Flota back at the wing. Fitz all alone on the right. Fitz with the basketball. No looker over to Lydell with a minute 28. We're in the front court. Rams down 2. They'll settle for Flota. He has it up top, back to the right wing for Feeser. Pike coming around back door. They'll go to the corner for Flota. Flota deep right wing with a minute 17 to go in regulation. Tied it. Actually, no, it's 43-41. Rams looking to tie, I should say. Trailing by 2 after a 7-point lead at one point here in the early third quarter. Now we're deep into the fourth with a minute 3 to go. Rams trying to kill some clock and find the basket. The opportunity suits them. Flota will take it. Left wing 3. No good. Backdoor rebound will go to Tursey. And Flota tried to steal it away from Carpenter to the backcourt. Rams are down a man in the front. We'll have a timeout. And precarious time to take a timeout, I would say, for Oak Lawn. Had something developing maybe a little too quickly. But they had a 5-on-4 advantage in the front court.
5-on-4, but they did the timeout anyway to get settled down.
Timeouts presented by the Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway in Mt.Vernon. Pharmacy and home medical equipment. Eric Black and his staff at the Medicine Shop have what you need and also wish you a happy, safe, and healthy remainder of the holiday season. 50.1 seconds to go in the fourth. The Rams just can't seem to get a good opportunity or they keep squandering good opportunities, I guess you could say. Trailing 43-41 with less than a minute to play. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski alongside it. Rams have got to settle down.
They've got to calm themselves. There's a lot of time left in a game like this. Mt.Vernon still with a couple of timeouts. You throw in the fact that Richards is going to be kind of taking their time. Now, with 50 seconds to go, what Mt.Vernon will do off this Richards timeout, I would be surprised if they do not get a steal, that if they don't foul immediately try to extend the game. I wouldn't think Mt.Vernon is going to try to let a lot of time run off here in this particular possession for Richards.
With 50.1 seconds to go. Here in the fourth quarter, it's 43-41. Richards on top. They'll have the basketball coming out of the timeout. It'll be in the front court, though, as they waited to cross the timeline before whistling. It'll be triggered in. It'll come to Shannon. Harper with the trigger off the sideline. They work it back, almost turn it over. Good rescue in the corner there by number 30, Tursey. And now the Rams will pick up the bump foul.
Good defense. Mt.Vernon trapped him on the sideline in front of the Richards bench. They had to call a timeout. That's their fourth one for Richards. They only have one left. So the sideline works as another defender. A 6-1 for the Rams. Forced the timeout. Now Richards will have to redesign again.
They will. This timeout is presented by the Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway in Mt.Vernon. Glad to have you with us on WMIX FM and WMIXsports.com. Video, of course, returns at the St. Anthony Shootout from the Enloe Center on the campus of St. Anthony Catholic High School. The Rams will take on T-Town at 4. Any score update?
Well, I was going to point out the score. T-Town at Effingham on the 5th, and then Carbondale home on the 11th. Only 2 games between this tournament and the Salem tournament, the way the schedule works this year.
Didn't even think about that. So close together this year, even though they're not. They are, but they aren't. Off of the right wing, it's the Carpenter off of the inbound. 40 seconds to play in the fourth. The Rams trailing 43-41. Off of the left wing, it'll be tipped out of bounds by Flota. And Richards is going to have to reestablish yet again. Your community, your choice, your bank. With 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs, Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC.
Tight one down the stretch here in Centralia early morning.
It'll be into the backcourt off the inbound far side. Shannon works it across the timeline against Lydell. Forces it left. Good come around by Thomas. Thomas, of course, will be fouled, it looks like, by Feeser, and Thomas will go to the line to shoot 2.
A lot of time went off. Double bonus. 27.4 left. If you make free throws, you extend the lead. If you miss free throws, it becomes an option for Mt.Vernon to get back into this one. And this is a guy who has not been to the free throw line yet and makes it like he's done it all day.
41-44. Yet a one-possession ball game, but the second one will turn it into 2. 27.4 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Thomas with a crucial back-end free throw, and it is no good. Rebound to Feeser. One-possession ball game with 25 seconds, but you need the 3 or a quick 2. Coming off the wing, it'll be to Flota. Flota wants that 3, you can tell. Coming up top, back to Flota off the screen. 3 on the way to tie. Yes, and the Rams tied at 44. 13 seconds left to go. We are tied. Here's Richards with the basketball. Big bucket by Flota. Ties it at 44. 7 seconds left. Across the timeline, it's Shannon with 4. Steps up for 3. Good! 47-44, and Richards is going to win this one. A big 3 inside the buzzer by Shannon. And he puts the dagger in the Rams. They will go to the left side of the bracket tomorrow at 8:30. Richards will play Belleville West tomorrow afternoon at 12:30. We'll tell you all about it in the Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. 47-44 your final. Rams fall to 7-5. This is Rams basketball presented by Community First Bank.
With 2 new hospitals, trusted physicians, and dedicated staff, it's clear that our local healthcare industry is helping to make our community stronger every day. Hi, I'm Terry Prosize, a commercial lender and healthcare banking specialist at Community First Bank. I'm putting over 20 years of healthcare and business experience to work for our medical community and local businesses. Whether you have an expanding physician practice, an existing business, or hoping to start a new business, I have the financial prescription for you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mt.Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
How does Dale's Harley Davidson in Mt.Vernon stay the longest running Harley dealer in Southern Illinois? How about free pickup and delivery and being the home of the $29.95 oil change? Plus, get financing as low as 1.5 APR, along with the best selection of certified pre-owned Harley Davidsons. So now you know how Dale's Harley Davidson stays number 1. Dale's Harley Davidson, open every day but Wednesday, just off of I-57 in Mt.Vernon. Visit dales-hd.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Hi, this is Kevin Young, commercial lender for People's National Bank in Mt.Vernon. People's National Bank has served local businesses and farmers for over 100 years. With a wide variety of deposit and loan products, we have all your banking needs covered. From opening or expanding a business to purchasing a farm implement for the upcoming season, People's National Bank is here to help. Stop by today and let us show you what a true community bank can do for you.
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois farmers and businesses since 1909. Member FDIC.
It's the most special time of the year, so all the physicians and staff at the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois want to take a moment to wish each and every one of you a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. They take pride in the fact that the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois has provided exceptional service to their patients for over 35 years, gaining national and international recognition in the field of arthroscopy. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois at 4121 Veterans Memorial Drive, Mt.Vernon.
More Americans are on the move today than ever before. One of the most popular modes of transportation is the motorcycle. Motorcycles take us to our jobs, school, to the beach, and all around the country. If you're a bike rider, your Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview in Mt.Vernon, wants to make sure you have the best insurance protection while you're riding. Ask about the money-saving auto cycle discount and the experienced driver discount, too. Call Page Insurance at 242-7000 today about motorcycle insurance from Pekin Insurance.
We can't believe you missed last week's Saturday Sports Show, presented by Crossroads Community Hospital. To those who tuned in on WMIX or WMIXsports.com, we enjoyed your company. But if you missed the area scores, in-depth interviews with the region's coaches, or missed out on the WMIX Sports question on Twitter and Facebook, the path to forgiveness is easy. Listen to previous Saturday Sports Show episodes on demand at WMIXsports.com. It's that simple. Or next Saturday morning, you could tune in after the 8 o'clock news. Either way, we forgive you. This is Rams basketball on WMIX. The Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show starts now.
And we welcome you back inside the CHS Arena. What a thriller here today as Oaklawn Richards defeats the Mt.Vernon Rams 47-44. Trevor Flota ties it up with about 7 seconds left. Ties it at 44, but then on the other end, Dedrick Shannon had other ideas and nailed the three to win it with 1 second left, and the Rams couldn't get the inbound end to do anything. So a big three. Thought we might be going to overtime, but a big three wins it for Oaklawn Richards. This is your Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. Of course, plenty to tell you about, including your Heartland Accounting half postgame stats. How about postgame? As well as your Renly College player of the game. First, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have those stats. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire with a look at your next round weather. Clouds will break for some sunshine today. We'll have a high right around 30 degrees. Partly to mostly cloudy tonight, low 20 to 24. Cloudy tomorrow. A little snow and rain will pass by to our south. We'll have a high of 35 tomorrow. Still cold on Saturday with intervals of clouds and sunshine. Saturday's high 32 degrees. Next round weather from WMIX, Mt.Vernon, Illinois.
What's on your wish list this holiday season? A new smartphone? A swimming pool? Gift cards? How about a new 2013 Lincoln MKX? Hi, Roy Schmidt, Lincoln dealer at Ford Square, Mt.Vernon. With the Lincoln Wish List sales event, we have over 30 brand new MKXs in stock and ready to become the perfect gift this holiday season. Best-in-class fuel economy, leather interior with refined elegance, and available bliss with cross-traffic alert make this the perfect toy for anyone who enjoys luxury. With a dealer discount of $2,500, it's like Black Friday savings without all the lines and getting up early. Come see one of our associates to see how easy it is to save on a new Lincoln MKX at Ford Square, 1501 Broadway, Mt.Vernon, or online at fordsquare.com. And find us on Facebook.
Back to the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square on WMIX.
And we welcome you back inside the CHS Arena. This is your Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. Rams fall to Richards by a final of 47-44. Of course, Rams basketball presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home in Dix, Ina, Woodlawn, and 2 in Mt.Vernon. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC. We're on Twitter at WMIX Sports, Facebook as well, or you can find archived broadcast, video highlights, scores, and more at WMIXsports.com. Heartland Accounting post-game stats getting ready to come your way. And of course, don't forget, get your business started right and let Heartland Accounting help make you a success. Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B, your small business expert. As we take a look at your final stats here, the Mt.Vernon Rams fall to Oaklawn Richards 47-44.
Mt.Vernon was 12 of 25 from two-point range, 48%. They were 4 of 13 from the arc for 31%. The Rams were 16 of 38 from the field for 42%. Oaklawn Richards, 14 of 22 from two-point range for 64%. 4 of 13 from the arc for 31%. The Bulldogs go 18 of 35 from the field for 51%. Free throw shooting, Mt.Vernon 8 out of 16. For 50%, Oaklawn was 10 of 15, all in the second half for 67%. Rebounding to the Rams, 24-23, turnovers tied at 11 in this game. Oaklawn, as we count, 9 players scored in the game. Leading the way was Josh Meyer with 16 points. Dedrick Shannon had 12, the 2 double-figure scores for the Bulldogs. Takari Carpenter had 4, followed by Cortez Harper with 3. Then John Montgomery had 4. Spencer Tersey had 2, Deion Alexander had 2, Deontay Lawson 3, and Carlos Thomas had 1. For the Mt.Vernon Rams, they had 6 players score in the game. Trevor Flota led the way with 22 points. Shakari Hawkins had 6, followed by Braden Fitzgerald and Jake Pike 5, Michael Feaser 4, and Jaron Lydell 2 for a final score of Oaklawn Richards 47, Mt.Vernon 44.
There you go. Those stats calculated by Heartland and County. Not much left for us to do here, but give you a Ridley College player of the game. We'll do that after the break. This is your Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show, Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
Give the gift of health for Christmas at the Medicine Shop Pharmacy. If sitting and standing are a challenge, a little lift goes a long way. The Medicine Shop carries a variety of lift chairs that lift and recline. Our home medical department offers so much more. We carry everything from stair lifts to scooters, wheelchairs to walkers. Are you worried about an elderly loved one living alone? Ask about the 911 emergency alert system. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black to tell you more.
These devices are very small in size, and that becomes the microphone through which you can speak. You don't have to be near a certain phone. You don't have to be near a certain intercom. It goes with you.
The 911 emergency alert system is water resistant, and there are no monthly fees. Not sure what to buy? We now offer gift cards that can be used for any product or service in the store. And from our family to yours,
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
The Medicine Shop, 2339 West Broadway in Mt.Vernon.
How does Dale's Harley-Davidson in Mt.Vernon stay the longest-running Harley dealer in Southern Illinois? How about free pickup and delivery and being the home of the $29.95 oil change? Plus, get financing as low as 1.5 APR, along with the best selection of certified pre-owned Harley-Davidsons. So now you know how Dale's Harley-Davidson stays number one. Dale's Harley-Davidson, open every day but Wednesday, just off of I-57 in Mt.Vernon. Visit dales-hd.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Dig in with full contact coal miner training at Red Lake College. Learn in our new 20,000 square feet coal mine training center. Use real equipment like continuous miners and power sitters, and check out the new mine rescue and fire safety training tunnel. Associate degree and occupational certificates available.
We're full contact, hands-on coal mining. Real equipment, real live, all the time.
What are you waiting for? Call 618-437-5321 and get started.
Watch Rams basketball on WMIXSports.com. Powered by Dale's Harley-Davidson.
And we welcome you back. WMIX, WMIXSports.com. Audio only. The video will return on January 5th when the Rams travel to St. Anthony to take on the T-Town Wooden Shoes in the shootout. 47-44 your final. Looked like we were headed to overtime as Trevor Flota nails the three from the left wing to tie it at 44 for the Rams with about 7 seconds. But right down comes Cedric Shannon and the Oaklawn Richards Bulldogs, and Shannon nails the three to win it. Bulldogs will play Belleville West, the Maroons, tomorrow afternoon at 12:30 in the championship quarters. The Rams will head to the consolation side of the bracket as they'll take on Salem to open her up tomorrow at 8:30. Right here from the CHS Arena. That game will be on WMIX FM. Your pregame may be right around 8:15 or so. Right here. Of course, Danny Czerwinski alongside. I'm Chris Hugo. Brittany Newman back at our Mt.Vernon studio in D.C. Not much left to do here, but a Red Lake College player of the game as the Rams fall to 7-5 with back-to-back losing contests.
Yeah, right now your player of the game, Trevor Flota, 22 points. And how Trevor goes is how Mt.Vernon goes right now, and he had 22 to lead the way here this morning.
That he did. He is your Red Lake College player of the game. At Red Lake College, you're getting quality education and save thousands. Log on to rlc.edu. See which program is right for you. A reminder, you can listen to every game of the CHT on sister station X95. That's 95.3 FM on your dial. Or online at mywithers.radio.com/Centralia. You can find that online. Every game right here from the CHS Arena on X95. We're back tomorrow at 8:30. The Mt.Vernon Rams, Salem Wildcats. Glad to have had you today. For Danny Czerwinski, for Avery Barton, for Brittany Newman back at our Mt.Vernon studio. For everyone at Withers Broadcasting and WMIX Sports, thank you for listening to Mt.Vernon Rams basketball. I'm Chris Hugo, reminding you of the final score. Oaklawn Richards 47, Mt.Vernon 44. Good day.
Thank you for listening to Mt.Vernon Rams basketball on WMIX and watching worldwide on WMIXSports.com. Rams basketball has been brought to you by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to personal banking. Dale's Harley-Davidson, Red Lake College. See how you can save thousands on your education at rlc.edu. The Medicine Shop of Mt.Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto, Banterra Bank, Good Samaritan Regional Health Center, Raising a Hospital, Raising the Bar. Sarah Staley, your country financial agent, Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, and also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Heartland Accounting, Central Christian Church, and People's National Bank. Your home for news, talk, and sports. We are the legendary WMIX.